Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where and when you'll be watching this video, which I have tagged encouragement and blessing for my fellow immigrants. This video stemmed from all the news that has been going around in the UK for the past few weeks in terms of changing in immigration law, the immigrants years to remain, indefinite leave to remain in the UK. Is it 2.5 years? Is it 5 years? Is it 10 years? Is it 15 years? 20 years? I mean, which sometimes, if one is not careful, it will create unnecessary panic and it might even lead to hatred towards from the immigrant towards the indigene of UK, which I wouldn't encourage that. I want you to know that we need to love the people of the land. We need to pray for them. The Bible says that we should seek the peace of Jerusalem. This is our own Jerusalem where we dwell in, and it is in their peace we will have peace. Let's look at immigrants' journey. I've tagged this video encouragement and blessing for my fellow immigrants. So you should rejoice. It's not something maybe you have been cast down before, you've been looking down with all this news. The purpose of this video is to give you hope, is to give you encouragement, and is to know that you are blessed, regardless of where you are, regardless of the law. Because the Bible says, I will look up unto the hill from where cometh my help. Our help is not from it's not from abroad. Our help is from above. You see, let's look at immigrant journey. Let's look at some heading, immigrant journey. In Genesis chapter 29, and I read from verse 1, and Jacob went on his journey, and he came to the land of the people of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks, and a great stone was upon the well's mouth. You see, this is Jacob journey. So this could be likened to immigrant journey. And if you look at it, I said from verse 1 to 12, obviously I will be skipping some verses, but you could read on your own Genesis chapter 29. And I've read from verse 1 to 2, and Jacob went, verse 1, Jacob went on his journey. That is immigrant journey. And if you look at it, and it came to pass, verse 10, that, no, verse 9, and while he was yet spake with them, he was speaking with the people of the land where he came to, the same thing, we too, we have come as an immigrant, we came to the land, especially in the UK or America, Canada, or wherever you are. So we came down there, and it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well mouth and watered the flocks of Laban, his mother's brother. And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. You could see Jacob, he got to the well and he watered, he rolled away the stone that the people could not roll away for Rachel, he rolled it away. So that could be likened to we immigrants, that some of the jobs whereby the people cannot do the things, some of those places, all those rural areas, some cities, villages that were not developed, but when we came in there, we roll away the stone of depression. We came in with vibrancy, we came in with vibes, we came in with all this enthusiasm, we came in, and people look at us, we roll away the stone, and they're like, who are these people? So these are the immigrant journey, as I've explained to us. That is Jacob journey, Genesis chapter 29, verse 1 to 12. That is the immigrant journey. Remember, the title of this video is Encouragement and Blessing for My Fellow Immigrant. So regardless of the news you are hearing, there's still hope, there's encouragement. You don't need to panic. That is the purpose of this video. And let's look at the second point. Immigrants welcome. Immigrants welcome. You know, when they told Laban, when they told them that, look, Jacob has come, which is from verse 13 to 20, and it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. You could see Laban, when he heard about this immigrant, when he heard that, look, there are these black people, there are these Africans, there are these colored people, they can work very well, they are very resilient. We've seen them, we know they are these Asians, they can do the job which our citizens cannot do. You know, they embrace us. They embrace us. You know, the country embrace us, British people embrace us, the government embrace us, the American embrace us. They said, no. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, that's verse 13, Genesis 29:13. I read again. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. You see, they embrace us. They know that we have something they need. You know, they know that we are able to work. They know that we are able to do all these jobs that their indigent, their citizens are not able to do. We are able to do it. Like, for example, when I came in here to UK 2004, I was doing permanent nights. I was working as a support worker. I was doing permanent nights. And at the same time, I was going to Blusham College in 2004. I was doing what we call lock-on or pre-access. Lock-on, that is London Open College Network. In 2004, I will finish night in the morning. I will go to Lusham College. That continued. 2006, I started my 2005. I started my access. I will finish my night and I will go to my access course. 2006, I will finish my night. I will go to Southbank University. I was building myself to study social work at Southbank University in 2006 to 2009. But during those periods, I was doing my nights. You see, they know we can work. And in addition to that, even after qualifying, I'm still doing my support work. I'm still doing my social work. I still have my security license, SIA. I still have CSCS, which I can use to work in construction site. You so they know, and this is generally speaking among the immigrants. Some of them are building themselves into IT, into tech, into accounting, into a lot of fields. And that is it. They embrace us. They know we can work. You go to the hospitals, in the UK. As you are seeing Asian doctors, Nigerian African doctors, African nurses, Asian nurses, they are there because we build ourselves. We don't stay, oh, we are just doing cleaning, and I don't despise cleaning, but then we are building up. And yeah, that's why they embrace us. But then when we have helped to build those land, when we have helped to create stability. Remember when there was Brexit in the UK, what happened? For some weeks or days, there was no petrol, there was no fuel in the filling station. Why? Because there was no driver to drive the fuel from the depot to the filling station. There was no driver because they depend on the immigrants. And then the immigrants came. We have all this Polish. This one came. They started driving all this truck. Now there is fuel. People can drive the truck. But even up till now, in the care setting, there is still some gap. But we blacks, we Asian, Indians, or whatever, we've been working there very hard. People with challenging behavior were able to calm them down. But what do we see? Immigrant deceived, immigrant deceived. Now, Genesis chapter 29, verse 21 to 28. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife for my days. You know, but when you look at it in verse 20, in immigrant welcome, in that verse 20, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and there seems to him but a few days for the love he had for her. You know, we are the one who sold ourselves. We come in here either by visiting visa, by student visa, but we sold a lot of it by COS, certificate of sponsorship, and we came in voluntarily. We served. It wasn't Laban that asked him to serve, but we want to serve because we think, oh, let us serve. If I come in here, this is the only way I can be better if I live. But yes, we've done that. We are not to be blamed. We've made that move. But then when we came in, we stabilized the economy. We fill in the gap. What then do we see? They deceive us. From Jacob, that's immigrant deceive. Genesis 29, verse 21. You find out that they started saying a lot of things. Sometimes they will just lay allegation against an immigrant. You've done this, you've done that, just because they think now we have what we need. We don't need them anymore. You see, the nation are blessed because of the immigrants. Any nation of the world, they are blessed because of the immigrants. Genesis chapter 30, verse 30. Genesis chapter 30, verse 30. It says, for it was little which thou hast before I came. You see, Laban had little. And Jacob was telling Laban, it was little which thou hast before I came. It is now increased unto a multitude, and the Lord has blessed thee since my coming. And now, when shall I provide for my own house also? Where I'm going is that verse 38. The Lord has blessed thee since I came. You see, when we came in, we started doing all this support work. If you go to all these care homes, especially in the southeast, in London, you see, you look at it. Majority of people working in the care home, in the residential home, they are mainly immigrants. They might be born here, but they are still immigrants, because if you think because you are born here, you have your British passport or Dutch passport, European passport, you are still an immigrant. I remember one of the team, either Chelsea, Arsenal, or Manchester. They say, oh, it is only one player that is an English person. Whereas there are other people who play for England in that team, but because they are colored, the commentator refer to them, they are only English player. And if it's Chelsea, maybe they refer to Palmer as the only English player. But you have James Reese there. But because James Reese is colored, they didn't see him as English. Even though he played for England, you could see. And that is what I'm telling us. Go to all these places. Go to even hotels, hospitals. You find out that the nations are blessed because of the immigrants. Do we then start to hate them? No. We must pray for this country. We must love them, regardless of the hatred, regardless of what is going on. You don't need to. The Bible said in Romans chapter 13, verse 1, you must obey the law of the land where you are dwelling. Don't let anybody start grooming you to hate the British. Don't let anybody start grooming you to hate the Americans. No, that is not our response. Our response is to keep building up ourselves. Our response is to keep doing well, because the Lord will bless us. Our response is to do what is right. Our response is to keep on going to school, developing ourselves. In Genesis chapter 30, verse 43, for you to see the hatred. Genesis chapter 30, verse 43. You see, despite the hatred, the Lord blessed Jacob, and the man increased. You see, Genesis chapter 30, verse 43. And the man increased exceedingly, and had much cattle, and made servant, and men servant, and camels, and asses. The Lord will bless you. The Lord will bless us. Despite all what is going on, the Lord will bless our inhabitants. The Lord will bless our children. The Lord will cause our children to excel. The Lord will cause us to excel. And in verse 31, let's see immigrant hatred. Because of that blessing, because God started blessing us, what happened? Genesis chapter 31, verse 2. And he heard the word of Laban's son, saying, Jacob has taken away all that was our father's, and and of that which was our father's had he gotten all this glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not towards him as before. You could see that the people started crying, hey, all these immigrants, they have come to take our job. That is in verse 31. They have come to take all our jobs. And now what happened? The parliament, they are now responding, listening. They started to make a law, like not like before, to welcome an immigrant, to make it against a certain immigrant, which is the colored immigrant, thinking, oh, when we go to Europe, they will come, not knowing that when the European come, you don't need to be afraid. I've lived in Holland, I'm a Dutch citizen, but you see, when they come from age 19 to 64, when they come, are they going to move into care setting? Are they going to move into construction? Are they going to move into all those places? Let us wait and see. You see, that is the hatred, but you don't have to respond like that because you build up yourself. You keep on building up yourself, and the Lord will bless you. The Lord will bless us. You see, and when the Lord, you see, the end of it is that they will come back. Those law, the law of mins and partial, it will be reversed. Those laws that are against the immigrants, they will be reversed back because when they find out that despite all they are doing to these colored immigrants, they keep on increasing. Genesis chapter 31, verse 44. Genesis chapter 31, verse 44. Now, therefore, come, let us make a covenant, I and thou, and let be for a witness between me and thee. You could see Laban, when he found out that, look, there is nothing I can do. I must make a covenant with this Jacob. He said, come, let us. The same way the government will come back and say, look, you black people, you immigrants, sorry, we know we made a law. Oh, yeah, come and stay. In Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7, the Bible says, if a man way pleases the law, he make even his enemy to be at peace with him. You don't have to fight. You don't have to do anything. You just have to make sure your way pleases the law. You are building yourself. You are on the right side. You are not the one driving without insurance. You are not the one driving without driving license. You are not caught with dirty things. Make sure you are clean. Make sure that when the police knock your door, you are able to open the door for them and say, come. You see, the Bible said the prince of this world came and he found nothing in me. Make sure there is nothing. They could say, this immigrant, they are the one driving without insurance. They are the one driving without driving license. No, don't get yourself involved into all those dirty things. If your way pleases the Lord, they will reverse those laws. They will come. Let us walk together. God blessing upon the immigrant. I've encouraged us with that. Now, let's look at God blessing upon the immigrant. In Genesis chapter 26, have they done it before? Genesis chapter 26. If you look at it, Genesis chapter 22, what happened to Isaac from verse 12? Verse 12 to then Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year an hundred. Genesis 26:12. And Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year an hundredfold, and the Lord bless him. The Lord will bless you. And verse 13. And the man was great and went forward and grew until he became very great. We are going to become very great. You will become very great. Look, do not despise the day of little beginning. You might think, oh, I'm struggling. I have no the job. I have no reference. Don't worry. Keep on building. All those things you are going through now, it will be a things of the past. I'm telling you, when I came into this country, if you know London very well, Google it. That by that time there was no Google map. We will use A to Z. We'll be walking in, doing house to house, 30 minutes here in Bromley, up into Big Hills. You know, those places. We'll be going there. But today, by the grace of God, blessed be the Lord, I am blessed. You see, Isaac was there. But what happened? Abimelech, they started to hate him. They started to raise up anything. If you do this, they will say he doesn't do it well. But if you look at verse 19, if you look at it, he will be doing this. They say he didn't do it very well. But the Lord was with him. The Lord was with him. Let's read that. Verse 14, he had possession, Genesis 26, verse 14. He had possession of flocks and possession of her and great store of servant, and the Philistine envied him. You could see, they will envy us because God will bless us. For all the well which his father and servant has done, in the days of Abraham, his father, the Philistine has stopped them and filled them with the earth. And Abimelech said to Isaac, go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. That is it. Because they see that there is greatness in us. And Isaac departed. You see, we obey the law. We are not living, but we obey the law. Whatever law they create, we obey it. And in verse 18, Isaac digged again the well of water which they had dig in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistine had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and he called the name of, you see, verse 19, and he dig again, verse 20, and verse 20, and the herdsmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac herdsmen, saying, the water is ours. We are not going to struggle. Don't struggle. Don't join protests. In verse 21, and they dig another well. You see, you keep on striving. You keep on building yourself. You keep on, when they say they don't do this, when they say this law, you keep on abiding with the law. And in verse 22, he removed from thence and dig another well, and for that they strove not. And he called the name of it Rehoboth. And he said, for now the Lord has made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. The Lord will make room for you, and you will be fruitful in this land. Wherever the sole of your feet has stepped, there the Lord will give to you as an inheritance. Verse 24, and the Lord appeared unto him that same night and said, I am the God of Abraham, thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bless thee and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake. The Lord will appear to you. The Lord is telling you what? Fear not, for I am with thee. Fear not. Hold on to that. Fear not, regardless of the Lord they are doing in the parliament. Fear not. The Lord will be with you. The Lord will prosper you. In Exodus chapter 1, verse 12, the Bible says, the more they afflict them, the more they multiply and grow. The more they make all this law, the more the Lord will bless us. And in Proverbs chapter 23, verse 18, the Bible says, surely there is an end, and thy expectation shall not be cut short. Surely there is an end. But your own expectation, whatever you are expecting, will never be cut off. If you're expecting to prosper in this land, the Lord will prosper you. If you're expecting to establish in this land, the Lord will establish you. No matter what is your expectation according to his will, the Lord will grant it to you. So you fear not. Regardless of any law, do not be afraid. Finally, in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, hold on to this. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, this is the Lord saying, for I know the plan I have for you listening to me as an immigrant. For I know the plan that I have for you, plan to prosper you and not to harm you, plan to give you hope and a future. The Lord will give you hope and a future. So, my fellow immigrants, be encouraged. Don't be afraid. The Lord is with you. The Lord will prosper you in this land. Whatever law, let it be in the air, in the water, under the ground, it will favor you. Everything any law they are making, it will be to our own good. The Lord is coming. Maranatha. And my name is Martin Sodigbo, and my telephone number is +4478 322 91682. If you need to talk, if you need further encouragement, further advice, or you want to tell me something, you could give me a call +4478 322 91682. And my name is Martins Odigbo. Thank you.